Marvel Legends Wolverine 5-pack. Is this Hasbro's cash cow? Or is it a filet mignon? Let's find out. Let's go. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another A&R review. Today we are looking at this scrumptious box of toys. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. When I first heard about this 5-pack, I was like, really? Why does it have to be a 5-pack? And why do we need another Omga Red? We already got one, right? No, Hasbro did something cool. Their marketing team did something cool. They sent out these figures to a bunch of YouTubers to kind of give an early, look at these figures before they were actually announced as a 5-pack. In the beginning, everyone thought this is going to be another X-Men wave. But they went with this route, which it's kind of weird, but I mean, hey, it's going to bring us some figures that we didn't have in our collection. And anytime that happens, well, you welcome it, right? If you're an X-Men fan. So let's take a look at the box itself here. We got a huge window, and then you got the Wolverine sign on there. And then the side of the box, you kind of have all of their faces here. Both sides are the same. And then the back of the box, you have Wolverine's claw. Nice poster here of him kind of ripping through the box. And for the top, you've got just the Wolverine logo, nothing else. And the bottom, you've got a barcode. Really nothing else to it. Let's open this guy up. All right, we got DeWalter here. Let's open it up. Wow, when you open it up, it's just like so overwhelming here. Oh, this is a big boy here. Look at this guy. My attention immediately went to Cyber. He just looks crazy good. Love the blue. It's awesome. Man, there's just like wedged right in there. And finally, we get Omga Red out of the package. Now, I forgot to mention, when we were actually looking at the side of the box, this picture right here of Jason is actually different than this one because he has a different head sculpt. So yeah, that's the only two difference in the side of the boxes here. Pretty cool that they actually did that though. First up, we have Mastermind, aka Jason Wyngarde. Now this guy is from the Hellfire Club. We got that exclusive Hellfire set, I believe, a year ago. And having this guy added to the team, I think is pretty cool. So Mastermind is a mutant with the power of illusion casting. He can psionically make people hear, touch, smell, and taste things that are not even there. So here's an overview of the height and the articulation of this guy. What I'm concerned about is, does the Victorian style clothing hinder his ability to move like the previous Hellfire figures we got? So the head does move up and down. The ascot doesn't really get in the way of the ability to move him around and get him into different positions here. So that was a concern. So not a problem there at all. What is a problem is the vest and how tight this outfit is. You can't get too much of an upper torso movement. There is none. There's a cut in there, but the outfit restricts it a lot. The waist area, yeah, you get that swivel. And you have a thigh cut and the other stuff that we mentioned. So overall, the outfit doesn't hinder as much, except for the upper body movement. So overall, this is the exact same figure as the Hellfire ones we gotten. The jacket and the vest is gonna restrict the upper body movement. There's no changes here at all. To me, there's enough articulation here to do the job. You can get some nice cool poses in there. And, because his ability to do illusions, he doesn't really do flying kicks or anything like that at all. Aesthetically, this figure, it's exact copy as the Hellfire figures that we got with a different paint scheme. Speaking of that, I would have loved to see more of a comic accurate paint scheme on him. What I do like is this head sculpt. To me, this is the head sculpt I'm going to have him on there versus this one. This is my Mastermind Hellfire head sculpt. It's really nice. I love the beard. I love the hair, all the details here. They did a good job with this. This one is a really, really nice Alfred or a butler head that you could put on another figure maybe. Accessory-wise, he doesn't come with anything else, which is kind of a disappointment because he is an illusion, maybe some illusion tricks, some glowing hands, or it would have been nice, but we just get this head sculpt. That's it. And finally, we have Mastermind with some of the Hellfire members. We have Jean and we have Sebastian here. So up next, we have Callisto, leader of the Warlocks. I've been waiting for a Warlock figure for a long time. I watched the animation and I can't believe it took this long to get a Warlock figure. So in terms of the mold that she's on that Storm figure that we got a while back with the Mohawk. So pretty much that same body. Here's an overview of the height and articulation of Callisto. Now there's a couple of things I would have loved to have done to her. She could have had double elbow and bicep swivel. That would have been nice because she's a combat type of character. So having arm articulation would have been much better. So we'll start with the head here. You can get the head in different moves. Even though the collar's up, you can still get her in pretty good range. With the shoulder and the arm area, you don't have a butterfly joint. You don't have bicep swivel, and you don't have double elbow. It would have been nice to see that. You know, we got that from the G.I. Joe Lady J figure. It would have been nice to incorporate this figure with those articulations. So in terms of wrist, you do have a hinge on the wrist. Upper body, you have upper torso swivel. You have no waist swivel. You have a thigh cut. And you have double knee. No boot rocking here or swivel, but you have ankle up and down. For me, I would have loved them to start moving in a direction of the hands of the females being more articulated. I just think it's about time we stop using these old female figures and move in towards the more articulate figures that we need from females who especially are combative type of females. She likes to fight. She doesn't have powers to shoot out, so she needs that ability to articulate. Aesthetic-wise, he's almost like the 90s animation. Very close. An updated version, right? So I don't mind it. The hair, the face looks great. The black outfit, yeah, it would have been nice to have a little dark purple tint to it. But overall, she fits the mold. She's the leader of the Warlocks. I'm hoping Hasbro, please continue bringing us Warlock figures. Toad would be nice to get in the collection. Just saying. Accessory-wise, she comes with 2 knives, a regular, maybe like a switchblade, and then you have the butterfly knife here. And then she comes with 2 additional hands to hold her knives. A lot better than what Mastermind came with, just ahead. Up next, we have Cyber, one of Wolverine's baddest foes. This guy is laced with adamantium, just like Wolverine's claws are, but he also has superhuman strength, making this guy almost unkillable. So here is the overall height and articulation of Cyber. Now, one of the things I don't like about this figure is it's sitting on the old Colossus body that we got in the Warlock bath. So let's do a quick articulation on him. Head goes up and down. It's on a hinge here. You can get it all the way down. The shoulders go up like that. No butterfly joint, but he does have bicep swivel, and he has single jointed elbow. The wrist, it's on a hinge. You can get it up and down. You can swivel it around as well. The upper body does have the ab crunch here, and it does have waist swivel. The leg, thigh cut, and then you have double knee as well. I would have preferred this guy to have butterfly joints. Because he uses his arms quite a bit to fight, I would have liked to see the butterfly joints implemented on this figure to give him more range. In terms of aesthetics, this guy's paint, the blue, and every angle you look at it, the purple just permeates through the body here. It looks so good. It's like some magic trick they put on us. This is an exceptional paint job. I love the blue and the purple on him. It's just so good. Now, accessory-wise, well, there's none. No accessories. What up with that, Hasbro? Gotta throw at least some hands in here, some closed fist hands, or I don't know, maybe another head. And here we have Omga Red. Bad Russian accent? Maybe comrade. I don't know. Let's get into the figure. All right, we got this guy here. We've had him before, but now we've got him in a different paint scheme here. Almost, sort of, kinda. So why do we need this comrade? We've already gotten Omga Red figure. Maybe it's because they wanted to give us a different paint scheme that matches more closely to the cartoon. Here's an overview of the height and articulation for Omga Red. It's got double elbow, it's got double knee, waist, all that good stuff. The hair is big, so you're not going to get it all the way up, but you got decent articulation. What I don't like is these pads here. They look nice, don't get me wrong. I just wish there were a little bit more give in here, so you can actually get the arms up. And speaking of getting the arms up, it does have a butterfly joint. That is nice. A big boy having a butterfly joint, I like. Aesthetically, well, a couple of changes, and I'm gonna bring in the other Omga Red to take a look. So here we have the new Omga Red and the old Omga Red. The shoulder pads, I'm not a fan of them, but the new Omga Red has that nice silver finish to it. The old one has a gray finish to it. You can easily just swap them out. It'll probably work, right? If you have both figures. Make that definitive Omga Red for yourself. The funny thing about the old Omga Red is he's got chrome, or he's got that silver metal finish to it on his knees here and on his belt buckle, but the shoulder pads don't have it. On here, you've got the white instead of the silver, and then the belt has silver, but the belt buckle has silver, the rest is all white. The other big change that I don't like is the new one does not have the Omega symbol on his wrists, where else the other one does. The color red itself, the old one has a darker red versus the newer one. It's more bright and vibrant. The face, sculpt-wise, well, sculpt is the same here. They're both angry, but this one's got that open mouth. The face detail on the older one is actually nice. He's got that silver right there, whereas this one doesn't have it. It just, there's no detail there at all. That's kind of lazy. I don't like that. Accessory-wise, he does come with additional small tentacles that you can have in his hands. And then he has the additional head sculpt. I like the fact that they've given us an open mouth, angry, and then, you know, the grinding head sculpt here. I just kind of wish there was more detail to these head sculpts. A better yellow for the hair and actually painting on the metal parts around his cheeks. To me, that's, you know, just why even not do that? You've done it with the older figure. You shouldn't have done it with this one too as well. And it's a shame because the silver on the shoulders are nice, and it would have been a nice match to have the metal on the side of his cheeks. Last but not least, we get Wolverine. The guy is literally on the box that says Wolverine box, right? So the main star right here with his shirt off and showing all his hair all over his body here. You've seen one Wolverine, you've seen them all. There's been so many versions of Wolverine. He sits on his own type of specific body. You know, he's got all the things that the other Wolverines have. Height and articulation wise, the same. You know, you've got head on a hinge. You've got butterfly joint, double elbow, double knee. I mean, I can do this with my eyes closed all day long. It's the same Wolverine. You have one Wolverine, you have them all, right? One thing this has in terms of aesthetics, he has the same from the belt down as the brown Wolverine we got in the retro package or in the hard carded package way back. What I would have loved to see aesthetic-wise is to have some bandages on him instead of this belt here. You know, there's been several times in the animation where he's got bandage wrapped around his waist because he got, you know, hurt. And, you know, that would have been cool to get that. There's nothing crazy here. I mean, he's got claws that are a little bit different than some of the Wolverine claws we got. What is cool is he's got this extra head sculpt here, which got a lot of scratches all over his face. So there could be a battle with Sabretooth or Yoriko, you know. That's cool. That is what I like, to see something different and cool and unique. He does come with two close-fisted without any adamantium protruding out. So he does have those clear hands, which you can use for other characters. Overall, it's a different Wolverine, different take on it, but like I said, I would have loved to see some bandages patched up around him here. It would have been nice. So what's my final take on this, guys? At the beginning we asked, is it a cash cow or is it a filet mignon? I think it's in the middle, more like a nice juicy burger. You know, it hits the spot, but you know it's not that good. Callisto's great, Cyborg's great. Mastermind's great. Wolverine and Omega Red, not so much. We could have done something else with this. I think especially with Omega Red, we didn't really need one. And if we did, it definitely wasn't the one we wanted, really. But yeah, like I said, it's a nice juicy burger. Do you want to get this? Well, if you're an X-Men fan, why not? You got 3 characters of the 5 that you never had. So if you're an X-Men fan, this box set you need to grab. It is nice. This guy's paint job is phenomenal. Her, you know, the way she is, who she is as the leader of the Warlock, great. And additional to the Hellfire Club, right? You want that club to be big, so this is awesome. Yeah, so at the end of the day, I mean, it's a pretty decent 5-pack. As always, thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. We really appreciate it if you do that for us. And, you know, maybe leave a comment. We have a chance to win a prize every month from us. Take care. Bye-bye.